All right, welcome to another recap. So, to start off, I was pretty bullish because we traded into this daily gap last night. So, 1800 looked like it traded lower, held this gap, and then we came up, closed above it, and we also had an SMT with previous day low right here. On top of that, we made this 4-hour rejection block that we were holding just off of this 4-hour range. But I pretty much expected this just to be the low of the day and then for us to trade higher. We still had this candle with no wick here. And I pretty much had two scenarios. Either this 1-hour gap could hold right here, or maybe we just come lower because if you look at ES there is like a lot of stacked lows here. We have like London low, Asia low, all these stacked lows. So that we're kind of just in this range, right? So, and it's the day before CPI. So my bias was kind of 50-50 because of that. And these lows didn't look good on ES. And then we did hit this daily gap, but we didn't rebalance this daily range yet. Right? So what I really would have wanted to see to like really be sure about longs is this daily range getting rebalanced, or maybe even this daily rejection block down here. So I waited to see what open wanted to do, and pretty much I was like, all right, we either hold this 1-hour gap, trade higher, right? We have this high right here. London pretty much traded lower. And then we also have, maybe we come down to this 1-hour rejection block, which aligns nicely with EQ of the daily range. So basically, open just ended up dumping. All right. And then I was like, all right, let's see. Maybe we hit this. Let's see what we do from here. Waited for 10 a.m. So here's 10 a.m. So the way that 10 a.m. opened made me pretty bearish because there's basically no manipulation below. I mean, this does look pretty bullish because we swept out London low, Asia low. But we did leave the CE of this 1-hour rejection block, and we didn't tap EQ of the daily range yet. So I expected this low to maybe get reswept. And we kind of just left everything on ES. But it was a bit weird. Like, we're still holding this hourly gap on ES, but we inversed it on NQ. So pretty bad price action. But what I wanted to see is a reaction out of this 15-minute gap. So this gap and then this 15-minute range. So I waited for a 3-minute or 5-minute out of that. And we also had this new day opening gap as well. So I wanted to see this get hit and then OTE of this 15-minute range. Same idea on ES. But what happened is basically nothing happened. So we ended up making kind of a 5-minute right here. So this one, get rid of this. So it hits this OTE and new day opening gap. I just didn't like how this closed. Like, I just expected that this high would get reswept right here. So I didn't take that. What I wanted is for the next 15-minute candle here to open and then sweep out this high and make a 3-minute off of the CE of this new day opening gap. But this 5-minute actually just ended up holding the whole time right here. So new 15-minute candle opens here, and I expected, okay, this can get reswept and then get an entry here, but this actually held for a long time down to 10 a.m. And ES was just chopping, and yeah. All right, then we hit 10 a.m. here, and if you limited 10 a.m., I didn't really like it because there's not really much manipulation here, but I guess it worked. And yeah, pretty much the only thing would have been this 5-minute, which I didn't really like, and I guess would have been break even. It's also, I guess, a 3-minute. So I actually ended up holding surprisingly down to 10 a.m. So this would have been the trade, which I didn't really like. And would almost get stopped out, which would have scared me on this candle. And then to 10 a.m. And then, yeah, it would be break even. And then from there, we actually hit 10 a.m. and actually hold it. So, yeah. Pretty terrible price action here, which is fair enough because it's the day before CPI. Wait, actually, now this gets hit, but it'll probably just maybe continue higher here because 930 just opened pretty much lower, sweeping out all of this, and then we do have the SMT here. So yeah, no trades today, but hopefully, the bias and the explanation makes sense. But yeah, looks like maybe, hopefully we'll just like chop today, and then CPI will be pretty good. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.